Last week, you saw us take a unbelievable representation of a trophy mule deer. But this week, man, we're back on the same peak, and you're on the creek bottom.
A lot of buck activity. I'm kind of in the heart of it right now. I'm liking it.
And we're up on top, a lookout point on the smoke ring stack.
We got a good buck in the spotting scope. 2 miles away, we got one that looks as big as this.
Rolling Bones No Boundaries would like to thank our sponsors, the Montana Rifle Company, Leupold Optics, Arms Corps Ammunition, Seal One Gun Care Products, and Realtree Max One.
We're back in Montana, we're on our lease, and it's 60,000 acres of hunting. And there's whitetail, mule deer. Coolest thing, Mark, and I know you've hunted up there for years, but the coolest thing is that predators with 2 legs, human beings, have been hunting on those buttes. And it's kind of cool. And we sit on, what is it we sit right by?
Big fire ring where they used to do smoke signals.
This pile back here is an old Indian rock pile. It's been here for 1,000 years, man. Indians used to sit up here looking out all over this. People have been sitting up here hunting for thousands and thousands of years. And we're just living out the tradition of feeding our families and challenging ourselves against the great outdoors in the wild. So, pretty cool.
And there's a lot of history there. First of all, there used to be lots of buffalo, lots of game, lots of deer, you name it. And they hunted them just like we're hunting them now. But it was a little harder for them. They didn't have the technology we have. So you got to respect that. Yeah, and they spent a lot of time hunting buffalo in that area. So there is a lot of history in those hills there.
Yeah, it's really cool. And I tell you, every time I get up there, I go, I wonder how many young Indians, Native Americans sat up there and their father showed them how to go get their first kill, because that was the original let's go to the grocery store, son.
It's 2-3 of October, and we got the whole clan here. We got Mark Sr. Get in here, Mark Sr. Come here. We got Casavan Pops with us this morning, and we're sitting on another plateau, glassing another butte ridge, and we're already into big bucks. So it's gonna be a good day, man.
Oh, is that him coming?
We're gonna have a big Rolling Bones toad on the ground, and yesterday was magical. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Like, thank you, what a day. Honestly, man. It was unbelievable. I'm still living in a euphoric state of So anyway, we're gonna take you with us here in a second. So, second day Montana rifle season. All right, we have over 20 mule deer does down here. This is great bait for bucks later in the season. This huge draw here, this canyon basin thing fills up with bucks that come out of all these buttes, come down and check on these does. But I bet there's 100 does up this creek line. But we're watching bucks all the way around us. We got a good one spotted over here. He just hasn't come up. Hopefully put him to bed and figure out how we're gonna play it out this afternoon.
We've seen a bunch of deer today. We've seen a number of bucks, but we are looking for a trophy caliber deer, and we're just going to put our time behind the scope and find one. There's 4 deer, right?
We relocated, we're on top of some more buttes.
No, he said
we're gonna run down this draw, climb up about 150 feet in elevation, and we're gonna get out the medical kit and ropes and drag Mark up with us, and then we're gonna look over the other side,
Is that a joke?
and we're gonna try to find a big deer here because we've seen some go up in there. But if nothing else, we'll get our workout in because, you know, I know you know what it's like when you live in Minnesota or Wisconsin and you want to bring your big friend out here. Sometimes it's a lot of work, but big friends are fun.
What is that,
So-
Bill Murray down there? Is this Comedy Central?
Anyway,
Thanks, Bill.
all right, we're gonna relocate one more time, see if we can find some more deer. There are about 30 head out in front of us, but they're all small.
Just jealous I have a six-pack.
There's 3 bucks out feeding right now. They're not the ones we're looking for. We're getting close.
Relocating our vantage point to a new vantage point. We want to go check out. We saw a nice buck. We saw one nice buck, and we're going to try to get up above him. So we're going to do a big loop in a circle and get the wind in our favor and try to get up above him and see what we can find. See if he's a quality deer that we want to try to harvest.
This ranch, this specific property is so big that when you hunt it, you're on these buggies moving to new areas to try to find these deer. And if we locate one, it could be 3, 4, 5 miles away. So then we got to circumnavigate the globe to get around to get on top of it. So these buggies are absolutely imperative. 42 degrees this morning, sun shining. It's gonna be a great day. My buddy Brad's gonna put the thump on a big one.
One of the things I think that sometimes hunters I see get so excited to get to that animal that they forget that there's an opportunity, and we use it a lot. We use it actually a lot, and I think it should be explained. We will back out, circumnavigate the globe to some degree to lose elevation and hide ourselves to get back up. And I think it's a valid point that when you're out there, you can't be afraid to lose ground to gain ground.
Get this. 67 years old here, Mark Sr. He has very little to do with the genetic malfunction of Mark Jr., but 67 years old. He climbed this hoe sucker with us today. What do you think, Mark?
I'm tired. Ready for a sandwich.
We just hiked up these buttes. It's like sheep hunting. To get up here, only about a third as big of mountain. So anyway, we got up top. We're completely across the valley from where we started this morning. About 3.5 miles across. And now we're gonna be checking all these drainages, waiting for these deer tonight to get on their feet, and then see what we can find. So.
And we put a couple deer to bed, but there's so much country in all these draws that they could be anywhere, and there could be 20 more of them. Big bucks start separating themselves. The older, more mature ones do. They start separating themselves, find their little pocket of grace, and live there until rut comes now. So all we're doing is picking apart these pockets, trying to find big boy here.
And you know, one of the things this time of year it works for us is to start breaking up. The closer it comes to the rut, the more we need to spread out.
All right, we're splitting up. Mark and his dad are going down to the river hunting whitetails. Brian and I are going to go up on this ridge, and we're going to glass for mule deer. We saw a big buck up in here, and we're going to try to find him tonight.
And you know there's some big deer in the river.
There's some good whitetail and good mule deer, so either or is good if they're big.
So we'll be 12 miles apart, but rocking and rolling.
Good luck. Good luck. See you, boys.
Yep, see ya.
The wind just changed, just unbelievably. If this buck clears out, I'm gonna have a great chance.
This week we're back on the same peak, and you're on the creek bottom, and because the rut's starting to kick in, and we want to put more eyes in more geographical areas. And so you're on the creek bottom, you're rattling, you're glassing, and we're up on top, a lookout point on the smoke ring stack. And why don't you tell us what happens?
But I am on the river looking for some whitetail or mule deer. Either or will do, just a good one, you know? I've passed up a lot, like huge numbers of bucks and some really good ones, you know, some 40s stuff. There's probably 300-400 head of cattle just right around in here, and he just fed them, so they all went there. So the river right now is crazy running whitetail, chasing doe stuff. And I just seen gosh dang it, he's all of 140s. 4x4, super tall, G2's like 12 and the other one's like 11. So there's a buck right here. He's a good one too. But I've seen this deer a bunch of times, and he's just a younger buck, you know. Can't do it. Just gonna make a move and get a little bit closer to the creek here. Go down this little drainage. A lot of buck activity. Caught a glimpse of a couple bucks that, or a buck that looked heavy. So I'm gonna get down here and see what we see. Without scaring much. That 144 point, real narrow, is right behind me with some does. The wind's good for them. Might have to make a quick shot if I see something good over here, because the wind's blowing right over the river. But I'm kind of in the heart of it right now. I'm liking it. Liking it. It's really cool. There's two bucks right down here. About 250. They've been in the trees for the last half hour. One looks pretty good. Just trying to determine. Well, I was looking at these two bucks, and look behind me, there's some does about 700-800 yards away, and it looked to be a pretty dang big, tall, big-bodied buck, bigger than what I got going on over here. So I'm gonna head out. I think I'm gonna cross the river. Wind just changed, just unbelievably. If this buck clears out, I'm gonna have a great chance. That big deer's coming right down here. Yeah. Yeah. It's probably about 1 or 2 in the afternoon, and I just been patient, sitting, glassing, sitting, glassing, sitting, glassing, and that deer is laying right there, 100 yards. I just shot him at 100 yards. I'm gonna say it. I love it when a plan comes together. Oh man. Big 4x5. Just a beautiful deer. Oh my goodness. Patience, perseverance. I gotta say, it paid off. This deer was the deer that I was looking for. Those beams are beautiful. What a beautiful critter. And just learning and living in the outdoors with these animals is the most unbelievable thing. I can't get enough of it. It's just in my blood. Wow, what a day.
We got a good buck in the spotting scope right here. But 2 miles away, we got one that looks as big as this.
Rolling Bones No Boundaries is proud to partner with these sponsors: the Montana Rifle Company, Leupold Optics, Arms Corps Ammunition, Seal One Gun Care Products, and Realtree Max One. Closed captioning is sponsored by The Lodge at Deadwood. We'd also like to personally thank you for watching, and we invite you to follow us on Facebook. As a hunter, Rolling Bones Outfitters was created to deliver the experience you've always wanted but didn't know where to start. To begin with, as a Rolling Bones member, you get your own personal hunting representative. From DIY to fully guided, we match the hunter to the hunt. That's rollingbonesoutfitters.com.
You know, it's not crazy in the rut. It's just starting. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna dissect every nook and cranny. We're looking for a shady hold-up spot where they, you know, just a spot where they can chill and cool off.
We got a good buck in the spotting scope right here. But 2 miles away, we got one that looks as big as this. But we're on our way.
He's a big deer and he's very approachable. I think he's bedded down for the day, but we just got a brutal walk to get to him.
Yes, it's gonna be an adventure.
We're on the move. By the time the way we got ahead, it's gonna be about a 3.5 mile walk to get to him, I think.
We're in the deal-making zone now.
We should have a really good opportunity once we get right up to that sage up at 75 yards ahead of us here. He's a done deal. We laid that bugger down. What a hunt, what a stalk. Oh my gosh.
Congratulations.
Nice hunt. That was a great hunt, wasn't it?
Hours we've
Oh
been
my
stalking
gosh.
him. I just wanted to let you know on the way up to him though, you now have a 2 interview limit to go back and talk, and I'm like, if you don't kill that thing pretty soon.
Well, we couldn't see him.
Okay, you're in the dip.
Yeah.
Wait, that doe was locked on you. She
I
was
know.
seeing something.
Well, there was a buck, that little buck.
That little buck, we
was
saw
over
him
here.
blow out of there.
Yeah. So that was the first
Wow,
problem.
what a deer, huh?
Yeah.
What a deer.
That's a great deer. I mean,
You know, he's just a mature, old buck.
Yeah, he's really
well, let's go get down there on him.
All right.
I don't think the tracking job is going to be an Iowa whitetail deal.
it ain't too hard, is it? Let's do it.
Rolling bone.
Dude, that was amazing. An unbelievable framed deer.
This one bought us an 8 mile hike.
The problem is, our day is about a third done right now. Oh, Brad.
Oh yeah.
And we've put on at least 8, 9 miles, maybe 10 miles today.
This is a magnificent old creature, you know, just to think of this old warrior being out here. He had a string of does with him, and he was the big man on the block out here. He's lived a lot of years out here and seen a lot come and go. And I mean, we had a fun hunt today. What a blessing to be out here.
'Cause you know what, for me, I think of my boys, right? At 19 and 15, and I hope when they're 45 and I'm 70, honestly,
They're out doing this.
I hope my boys can get out and do this. And you know, this is everything that's good.
Yeah.
This is everything that's good, man. Somebody had to do this, so we ate a long time ago so we could be here.
No, isn't that the truth? This is how old Davy Crockett and Dana Boone had to do it.
You know, when the Native Americans and the settlers went to the grocery store, they ran into prickly pear. We get mad when the electric door sticks a little bit and it doesn't go right open, right? Well, I gotta tell you, I never complain about the door that goes open, because getting these groceries, you pay the man.